afternoon. Highs will be around 76 degrees. For tonight, cloudy skies, slight chance of a shower. Lows around 52. And of course, for your Thursday, guess what's coming back? Cloudy with periods of rain, highs near 65 degrees. And of course, for Thursday night, overcast with rain showers at times, lows around 61. And that's your weather on the second day of June from SNSN 0602 2021.
All right. Welcome, Austin.
Hey, good morning, everybody.
Since you're here, it seems to be like it's the Austin show.
Yeah, that it is.
They're the
The
Austin,
Austin News and Sports Network.
I'm going to change the letter from SNSN to ASA.
Yeah.
What?
ASANAN.
Whatever. Whatever.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
NN.
Yeah.
Whatever.
NN.
We're
Paul,
taking
stop.
over.
Huh?
Just stop.
Well, he's trying to figure it out.
Let's figure it out.
Paul's going to be my head of marketing.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's call the show the Austin Show. Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
There
Yeah.
we go.
Straight from Texas. There he is. Austin.
Oh my God.
Howdy, y'all.
See, I already know where his jokes are. Austin, Texas. So
Yeah.
come on. I got a better joke for you.
Yeah. What is it?
You don't want to hear my joke today?
I'll hear you, Joe.
You don't hear it? Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
You can tolerate it today.
What's blue and smells like red paint?
Blue paint.
Blue paint. Thank you. Did I tell you that joke already?
No, that's just,
It's obvious, isn't
yeah.
it? Paul, where were you? Eh? Boom.
I'm trying to listen to what you said. What's blue and it's red?
What's blue and
Yeah.
smells like red paint?
Red paint.
Mhm.
Blue.
I told that joke to Merch yesterday. He just rolled his eyes.
Yeah. How does blue paint smell like red paint?
Paint smells like paint.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
paint-
you said red paint.
No,
I
he
mean,
said
a red
blue-
paint doesn't smell like a Twizzler.
blue paint. It's it's colored
Right.
blue, but it smells like red
It
paint.
smells like blueberries. Red paint smells like strawberry.
Paul's got the
does
edible
not.
paints.
God.
He's
You
been
never-
very prone to eating his
No.
paint, so he's got the edible
You
paints.
never had edible paints?
No.
No, I've never heard of edible paints. Where are you going with this?
I've heard of edible crayons and edible glue.
Edible underwear?
Yeah. Well, I don't need to know about that, Paul.
That's not edible paint.
That's still not paint.
No.
You're dancing around it, Paul.
You're. I know he is. He is. He's trying to regain face
Yeah.
over this one.
Yeah.
He knows. He's busted.
This is the career ruiner.
That's you ever bought that from Home Depot?
not edible
No.
paint. No.
no.
Go in there next time, ask them for the edible paint.
No. That's like I'm gonna go in asking for blinker fluid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
yeah. Yeah.
I'd like some blinker fluid, please. What? Yeah. Not no. No.
No.
What color are you going to paint your car? A blueberry.
Scratch and sniff.
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
man.
Memorial Day weekend was nice.
No,
As
it
far as,
wasn't. Wasn't. 46 degrees is not nice.
you know what I thought
but
was
all
horrible?
the rain was nice.
The rain?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we need it.
Yeah.
You know what I thought was really, really horrible? Is
Huh.
that it rained Thursday, it rained Friday, it rained Saturday, it rained Sunday, it rained Monday. And then when all was said and done as far as the holiday weekend, at 6:30 at night,
Sun came out.
the sun comes out.
I know. Yeah.
You
And it
know,
warmed up.
it's all done. No one's watching any kind of sports on TV outside, on a
Nothing.
big screen.
Nothing.
They're not doing anything.
Mhm.
No. It was actually
They're not
pretty
doing
cool.
anything.
I mean, I think it warmed up on Monday.
Huh?
Got up in the 50s.
It
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
It did.
Yeah. I mean, there was enough water that came down that you could have a pond in your backyard.
But it was like
Yeah.
Mother Nature was sitting there going,
Oh, she stuck it to us big time.
she did.
Yeah.
She did. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But we needed the rain. That was good.
We needed the rain. There you go.
Yeah.
So the subject today that I wanted to go ahead and pop in with is during the pandemic, town meetings were either streamed or on Zoom or on a Google Meet or available audio only on a telephone call
Yep.
or you could listen to on a computer. That is pretty much it seems like it's all done. It's all done, as far as the pandemic is concerned. It's like it's going away.
Yeah.
Even though there was some guy in China now that gets he was reported at with H1N0, a new bird flu.
Jesus.
So that was interesting news I heard yesterday. But do you feel that live streaming events are just as important now as it was during the pandemic? And if so, why? And if not, why?
No, I think it is important to do that because I think a lot of people who probably never went to a meeting now had the opportunity to watch it on their phone or listen to it.
Okay.
The only thing that they would have to do now if they do it is to be able to ask questions,
Yeah.
Okay.
which you can do with Zoom. You can raise your hand.
And it opens up a lot of venues for people who who
Yeah, I
can't
think
get
it's
around with
yeah.
low mobility, no mobility.
I
It it allows them to still be involved in the town and know what's going on. And
Okay.
Yeah, I think they should
Yeah.
continue to do it.
Yeah,
Don't
honestly.
stop.
All right.
Yeah.
What do you think would happen if different towns stopped and they said, "Okay, we're not doing it anymore because the town has lifted their or I should say, like the state has lifted, all rules and regulations about or executive orders regarding streaming."
I think that a lot of people who were watching it through the stream will not attend the meeting. So
No,
you're
they
gonna
won't.
lose some of your audience.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, some people will still go depending on what meeting it is, but I think a lot of people will not go.
Yeah, you're gonna lose a lot of your core audience
Gone.
Got it. Got
because
it.
they've now gotten used to the convenience of the stream.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
They aren't gonna want to go all the way to town hall and after working a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Whereas they could be doing stuff around the house and still hit a button and have the meeting right there. So they could
Yeah.
listen to it, they could ask questions while they're doing stuff around the house still, and then
Yeah. And the other thing too is it's recorded, so people can go back later and watch it
Mhm.
to get up to date with what's going on, even though they didn't attend.
Yep.
Do you think different towns do not want live streaming for the sole purpose of, all right, different towns, Grizzle being one of them, gets accused all the time by residents, nobody in particular, but just residents, that they don't want the public to know what's going on.
It appears that way because the fact that they don't communicate very well. I don't think the town communicates well at all, personally.
I'm talking about any town. I'm not just talking about Griswold or Plainfield or Sterling or any. I'm talking about in general.
I'm not sure if a lot of towns are trying to make it look like they don't want people to know. I think because there's no communication out there, it looks like they're hiding something from the people of the town.
Okay.
That's my opinion. I don't think anybody.
I think just the simple fact that they're meeting at all means that they're not hiding anything because
Right.
anybody
I don't
can
think they're
show
hiding.
up.
Yeah, I don't think
Anybody
they're
can show up at a meeting and
Absolutely.
ask a question
right.
of their town government.
Right.
Mhm.
And my personal feeling is that anybody can do this. Any resident of any town can go to their town meeting.
Yep.
Or select meeting or board of finance meeting or whatever and say what they need to say.
Yeah, because it's usually a public forum during these meetings.
Exactly.
Mhm.
So
Then it's like you said, if they were trying to hide something, they wouldn't announce it to the world. Hey, we're having a meeting on this such and such date at such and
Mhm.
such time. Like they wouldn't do that. They would just put on their black robes and walk into the basement and not tell anybody.
Yeah.
yeah. This
Put
is
on their
not,
hoodies.
yeah, it's not a matter of
Put
a
on their
secret
hoodies.
society
Yeah.
or anything like that. I think that during the pandemic there was absolutely more engagement in meetings
I think so.
than there ever was.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't tell you how many times I went down to a borough meeting and there was 2 people.
Yeah.
And not me being one of them.
Yeah.
Or a selectman meeting.
Yeah.
And there were 5, 6 people. You know,
I mean, we know it works, so they should continue it, even though there's people that you can go to the meeting. So
Yeah.
don't stop it.
no.
Keep it going.
Cindy says streaming is the happy medium to all the residents that have been asking for years for the meetings to be at a more convenient time.
Absolutely.
It doesn't get more convenient than logging in from anywhere and or being able to watch it later.
Sure.
True.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's straight up fact right there. I think it should be done.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think it should continue to be done. I think one of the things that we learned through the pandemic is that number one, live streaming. This is just my personal opinion, but live streaming, is something that should continue.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So people can watch it and participate,
Yep.
from wherever they are, like Cindy says.
Yeah. Even when you were doing the funerals,
Yeah, still there.
I mean, I would say that should continue because there's a lot of people from out of state that can't make it, and being able to watch it or make a comment through streaming like that is good.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Somebody can't afford to take a plane for one day to come to a funeral. You know what I'm saying? Even on the other side of the country.
Yeah, some people do. I mean, like the live streaming of the funerals and stuff that we did during the pandemic and stuff. Yeah, I mean, it's still I think a real valuable thing because
Absolutely.
let's say somebody passes here and they have a whole stream of relatives in Utah.
Yeah.
And they can't make it
Sure.
because of they can't buy a plane ticket or they can't get time off of work.
Right.
They can still participate in something like that.
Even not in funerals, but weddings as well.
Weddings,
Yeah.
bar mitzvahs, anything
that a gathering would happen. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
A really bad morning radio show. I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
So you can stream all of this stuff. And honestly, and here's the other thing too, when it comes to streaming, it's got to be like really controversial, as far as us, to do something or something real whacked out like time traveler stuff or Psychic Tuesday, which is always
Sure.
fun. That's the stuff people engage in.
Oh, absolutely.
We talk about this right here.
Yeah.
Nobody gives a shit.
That's
No.
true.
No, they don't. They honestly don't.
Tuesdays and Thursdays, they're like, hey, time travelers, psychics, hey. And then Monday, Wednesday, Friday, they're like, oh, these three yutzes are back. It's like,
Well,
still here.
Two Yutzes and one Austin.
Hey.
Oh, there we go. See, he's the new Fonzarelli. But it's true. Unless you're doing something sensationalistic, nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
So it's really. I get a kick out of it.
So continue this.
I knew it. As soon as I put up today's subject matter, there'd be like almost nobody that would join us on the live stream today. And this brings up another thing. Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
People will say, "Well, was it on the Facebook?" No. Well, how the hell am I going to know about it? Because the world doesn't revolve around Facebook.
No.
Right. We have more people listening on a stream on our app every single day. All right. I mean, we're talking like 10x people listening on the app than they are watching on Facebook.
Sure.
So this is why
Facebook's not going to be around forever.
Hmm?
Facebook's not going to be around forever.
Oh yeah, it'll be around.
Yeah.
Facebook's not going
something
anywhere.
Will come in and replace it to be something different.
Well, I mean, the closest that see, the thing is that you have a lot of different local groups and stuff that are able to be formed on Facebook. So so as far as the local feel of a social networking app, Facebook's probably not going to go anywhere soon, anytime soon.
Well, they keep trying to enhance it to make it better, so people will continue to use it.
Oh, it's more and more censored than ever right now.
Well, it's censored,
but then you have apps like let's say TikTok, which is the fastest growing social media app in the world.
You don't hear too much about that anymore.
Well, yeah, you do. People come and go. People come and go. So, but still, that right there with TikTok doesn't really have doesn't have a local
No,
kind of feel. Where
no.
Facebook, you can have local groups
Yes.
and local chats, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
you don't have to feel like, oh, you're trying to look for somebody, and it's like, boom,
Yeah.
they're in
Plus,
where?
it's only like 50 to 30 seconds. That's all you get anyway.
Oh, actually, no. On TikTok, you can upload videos that are 3 minutes.
So you can.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah. You can do a 3 minute, but I guess my point is that, and the only reason why I brought it up was because we're talking about live streaming of events and
Yes.
and that kind of stuff, right? Well, we have more people. We'll stream on Facebook almost every day in the morning.
Yeah.
However, you get a handful of people.
Well, here's the other thing too. You got,
Whereas if you're just like our radio broadcast, like I said, 10x more than people that are ever on the stream.
well,
Unless we're talking about guns, then you got a few hundred people.
but you got, yeah. But now you got a lot of people going back to work. A lot of people not work from home anymore.
Yeah.
A lot of companies now are saying back to the office. So if
I don't
you-
think that's gonna last.
Well, it may not, but people probably are working on a computer and listening rather than watching because you can't watch it if you're working.
Mhm. If you have a big room, and you have 2 floors and you're doing customer service for a company or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Let's say Verizon, for example, or
Yeah.
Atlantic Broadband or whatever.
Yeah.
Now you have a big building that you own, but you're paying taxes on, you're paying utilities on, insurances. Do you want to continue doing that? Or do you want to just keep them at home like they have been
Well, customer service
and
is
not
good.
have that expense of a huge building?
Yeah, you could.
Plus,
Cut-
they probably noticed productivity was up because morale was higher. There we go.
Well, people were.
Well, I think a lot of people work more efficient when they're at home.
Yeah, exactly.
you-
That's what
you
I'm
know.
saying. Like they aren't crushed under.
But I'm not one of
pressure of the
those
office.
myself.
No.
No, I would rather be here
No.
than at home because there's too many distractions.
True.
There's too many distractions at home
Yeah.
for me to get anything done.
Home working is for more like type A people, like the people that like everything's got to be done now. We got to do this now. Everything's got to be done, and they can just sit down and do that, and not get distracted.
No, I would much
I would much
rather.
rather be in the office.
The only bad thing about work from home is especially if you're by yourself and the house is empty, is you got nobody to communicate with.
Yeah.
Or that could be, all work and no talk can make Jack a
Mhm.
dull boy, and that's what happens, unfortunately.
Roxy from the streets in Indiana says, I work from home and have you guys playing in the background.
Oh, there you go.
See, there you go.
Yeah.
Can't do that in the office. Well, you could.
Nope.
Well, you could.
Well, yeah, actually.
You could actually have earplugs in your ears and you could be listening. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. It's one of those things. I think
It's a riveting conversation, Paul, is what it is. It's absolutely riveting.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, we killed that one.
I was gonna say.
So this all fits into the whole live streaming thing, and I think live streaming is certainly the wave of the future. I think it will go ahead and evolve into different things. Like for example, I think it'll end up on your TV as opposed to being on a computer screen or a laptop screen or
It
something.
very
like
well
that.
could be because most television screens have a camera.
What's that?
A lot of TVs have a camera.
Right. But everything's going to be projected that way. And then don't forget holograms. They're not far away.
That's true too.
Imagine what that's going to do for the porn industry. So, let's see. Roxy says, I sit down all day long. I like working all by myself. Too much stupid gossip. I get way more done work at home.
You are more efficient. I agree because I did it for a long, long time.
But see, I'm that guy that's not.
Yeah.
I would rather be here. Like when the pandemic hit, they said, no, everybody stay home. I'm like, yeah, no.
I mean,
2 days and I couldn't do it anymore.
I didn't have to drive. I used to drive an hour to work. Now I didn't have to drive. I just get up, go downstairs and my jammies and work noontime. I go up, take a shower, have lunch, and there we go.
Yeah.
I mean, I did it every day.
Had a shirt on and a tie, and
We never did.
were naked from the waist
No,
bottom.
never had to do any Zoom meetings or or Skype or any of those. Thank God.
You could be. You could be. I mean, people. How many people? I wonder. How many people that have to do Zoom meetings and you were at home, are looking professional, say from mid chest up, and you're nothing but wearing a thong,
I'll bet.
or
I'll
Yeah,
bet
or
business-
you're in your underwear. And I'm not trying to be crude. I'm being honest.
No,
It's
yeah,
like
you're probably right.
Business suit on top, birthday suit on bottom.
Well, I'm not sure if it'd go that far. I mean, I would think people would. I would think people would be in their jammies.
in a pair of shorts or something like that, or
Yeah, absolutely.
sweatpants or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's stopping you? It's the illusion,
Yeah.
Just don't move the camera.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I don't. I still think it's it's the wave of the future. But here's the other thing: how far will it go?
True.
How far will it go with people working at home and being more efficient at home? What about the big city? What about the big city? What happens to all of those buildings?
Yeah.
Let's think about the Travelers Building for a minute, or an Aetna building, or all of those insurance buildings in Hartford.
Yeah.
Hartford's the insurance capital of the world.
But it's not only the buildings; it's the surrounding businesses around those buildings that are going to suffer.
Exactly.
I mean, all the restaurants and shops. And
But if you're a large conglomerate and you're thinking, okay, well, my employees are going to be more productive at home instead
yeah,
of being here.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden I don't have all of these expenses that I have found out during a year of the pandemic that I don't need anymore.
Yeah.
And I can be just as transparent and just as accessible, for my customers with my employees being at home.
Yeah.
So what happens? Do you think they're going to care? They're going to care about ABC Convenience down the road that is selling ice cream, ice pops, and cigarettes? No, they're not going to care. But they're the ones that are going to be the ones that are going to pay for it.
Yeah. And I used to work in the Founders Building downtown Hartford. And if you wanted to get a haircut, you just went down to the barber shop. You wanted coffee, you went down to the coffee shop.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these buildings have these conveniences inside the building itself on these different floors. So you could get anything you want. If you wanted lunch, you could just go down and pop down the floor, and there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But does that all? Do you think all of that is going to change?
Yeah,
I do.
I think a lot of people. I think a lot more people are not going to be working. When I was working from home, which was a couple of years ago, it really wasn't company policy. They didn't like it,
Mhm.
but I was fortunate enough to have a boss that said, "Yeah, okay, we'll let you do it." But now it's became a natural thing. A lot of them have been working home since last year. So
I know when I was working on a marketing team, when I was working for Verizon a while ago, and I was in Meriden, and we were all in cubicles, all lined up. And there would be days where the people like 2 cubicles down from me I would talk to through email because I would ask questions or they'd ask me questions, through different procedures and, best practices and that kind of stuff. I'd never see them. You'd see them get up and go to the bathroom, but you wouldn't talk to them. You might see them at lunch, at the, in the cafeteria and stuff that they had there.
Yeah.
But it's not like it's, one big, everybody's chit chatting because they're in one area.
Yeah.
They're not. What's the difference if you're, let's say, Paul, you were 2 cubicles behind me and we were on the same team.
Yeah.
And we were looking at our workflow and, I had to integrate with you and you had to integrate with me. And we didn't know each other.
Right.
Except for, being at work. What's the difference if we're home? And we could, there's chat that's available. There's video chat that's available. There's email that's available. There's hardly any reason.
Yeah.
Company morale. That's the only thing I could think of that, you'd need to all be in a, in a building for, so you can drink your company's Kool-Aid, and keep engaging that way. But if productivity is up 30% like it has been through the pandemic, then morale's already up.
Sure.
And does that not open the door for companies being more profitable?
Well, I guess you could say it would be because you wouldn't have the expense of,
Of the
the extra
building and-
expenses.
Yeah. Yep.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Speaking of online things, it's really, really funny. The funniest thing, like talking about like the schooling and stuff, like the online schooling. It's really, really funny. I've seen a lot of funny things come out of it, like because it's kids would have to turn on their cameras and everything, and like if they didn't have a webcam, they'd have to go buy a webcam and everything.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, why I'm here? And they're like, yeah, but we need to see you. And it's like, yeah, but why? It's like, why? Why do you gotta do? Or like a couple of kids, like not. I'm not even talking like pajama shirts that are like fuzzy. You can easily tell they're pajama shirts. I'm just talking about like one of those like button up like no design on them, like just kind of night shirts. And people have been told like go change. Not allowed to wear pajamas. And it's like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna send me home? I'm literally sitting in my house. What are you gonna do?
Laura just said it, and I completely understand this, and I agree with you personally. Laura says, I'm a type B person. If I had to work from home, I wouldn't get anything done.
Same.
I wouldn't, because like I said, there'd be too many distractions. I'd be like, oh, what's on Sally Jesse Raphael right now? Or oh, this is interesting. Oh, what? I'm at home. So what? I'll get this stuff done later. Oh, I haven't seen that movie in a long time. Oh, I really want to watch it. I don't know when it's going to be on again. I should watch it now. It's
Yep.
true. So anyway, we'll talk more about this, and I really want to know what everybody thinks as far as live streaming and working at home, and now that the pandemic is winding down, so we think, because you never know what's going to happen on the back end of this,
Right?
Because we've all been trained to wear masks.
Yep. Notice when I'm wearing them.
We'll be back in a second. Stay with us. We're going to play some messages from some of our supporters and our sponsors here at SNSN. And we certainly hope that you go ahead and patronize them and visit them often and early. Check them out right here. It's SNSN.
Hello, I'm Miranda Mahoney, Project Coordinator of Grizzled Pride, your drug-free community coalition. We want to help you keep your kids safe during this challenging time. Social distancing is still in effect, and so is the social host law. Reports are coming in that teens are contracting the virus at underage drinking parties. Parents, allowing underage drinking on your property could land you in jail for up to a year, plus fines. Another reason why you should not provide alcohol to our youth. For more info, go to grizzledpride.org. grizzledpride.org. grizzledpride.org.
Don't just wish for a winning deal. Make it Dish. It will make it real. Don't just wish. Make it Dish.
Hey everyone, this is Ellis Dish from Dish Motors. We're back better than ever with our new sales and service center on Route 32 in North Franklin. Everyone says there's nothing better than dealing with the dishes, and here's why. Selection. We have the area's largest inventory of off-lease, one-owner vehicles of all makes and models. You name it, we got it, or I'll get it for you at no additional charge. Quality. Each vehicle goes through a rigorous 120-point safety and quality check. Nothing leaves the lot without my personal approval. Convenience. We have financing sources for almost any situation. We offer on-site registration processing, and we have maintenance programs for years of stress-free ownership. And now open for all your maintenance needs. Our full-service repair facility, where oil changes start at just $19.99. Call today for your appointment or just stop by. So save thousands and deal with the dishes. Route 32, North Franklin. Or check us out online at dishfranklin.com or ring us 860-383-4750.
Don't just wish. Make it Dish.
Hey, I'm Jess, but you can call me the Tire Queen. For the best deals on tires, come and see me at Advanced Automotive on Route 138 in Griswold. Call me at 860-376-8687. But definitely don't talk to my dad. He's definitely not the Tire King.
And right now, Jess the Tire Queen has great deals and excellent service waiting for you at Advanced Automotive, Route 138, Griswold.
This is Ray Churchill from the Eastern Connecticut Performing Arts Association, inviting you to join us on Saturday, June 5th for the Eastern Connecticut Jazz Festival at Urechko's Tree Farm in Griswold, Connecticut. 4 professional jazz bands will perform throughout the afternoon. Tickets are available at ecpaa.org. Relax outside and enjoy the best jazz, blues, and funk bands around. This is a rain or shine event. Feel free to bring coolers and baskets. Concessions will also be available. Please no pets. Gates open at 12:30 p.m. The Eastern Connecticut Jazz Festival, June 5th. Get in the swing.
Oh, yeah, the Jazz Festival is coming up this coming weekend at Urechko Tree Farm. That's going to be a fun event. You know, it's their 4th annual, should be their 4th, but it's really their 3rd because we all seem to forget we missed a year.
That's true.
We missed a year.
Is Louis there?
Huh?
Louis
Armstrong?
Yeah.
No, he's dead, Paul.
Oh, he is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's dead. So he probably. I'm gonna go with no.
Oh, he's in a wonderful world.
Yeah. How about no? So here's a quick announcement. We'll get into more of it a little bit later. SNSN is going. We're dropping the music. Dropping music.
Don't drop it too high. We'll break.
No. We're gonna drop. Paul, what is it with the corny bullshit today? I mean, it's like ridiculous. We're going. It's all going to be all news and information, all different features, world news, local news, national news, everything, local sports. I mean, we're going to be more true to our moniker, which is the Streaming News and Sports Network, which doesn't say anywhere anything about music.
No, it doesn't.
So that's going to be something that we are going to be morphing into, and that's going to start next week. And matter of fact, if you and the other thing too, it's going to give us the ability to go ahead. Like I was telling you guys, is that we'll be able to stream on other social media platforms and get all this information out. Because if you dare play any kind of music, on social media, you get cut off.
Yeah.
Why? Because of licensing.
That's true.
And this is another reason, just so you know, folks, if you listen to radio and a lot of stations that are going talk, whether they're terrestrial or they're internet streamers like us, they don't want to pay the royalties. They don't want to. See, back in the day, music was free. The record companies would send you the record, and they'd send you different, pieces of swag that were signed and everything from.
It's called payola.
No, that's not payola, Paul. Payola would be me coming into your radio show and say, "Hey, Paul, I got this record. I want you to play it, and in return, I'm going to give you $10,000 to play it over the next year. So if you'll do that for me, then I'll do that for you." Just basically, taking a bribe.
I know.
Payola, and then what is it? What's the other one? I can't.
Alan Freed. He was the one that's where that
came from. He was a very, very popular on the New York station.
He was very influential.
1010. What the hell was
1010 Wins?
Yeah, it was New York station. I can figure what it was.
I don't remember what station he was on, but
yeah. And then he did a rock show too that he got nailed on.
WNBC. I don't know.
Yeah. He was he actually did a live rock show, like a concert thing, and he had all these rockers come in, and they kind of like come in and they didn't like the idea because nobody liked rock and roll music back in those days.
They liked it.
It was forbidden.
It was forbidden.
Yeah, it was forbidden.
Lambada, the forbidden dance.
Yeah, the cops would come in and arrest them for doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
different today.
Huh?
Different today. Now you got full letter origin lyrics.
So we're going to be going all news and information. That'll start pretty soon. We already have it programmed in our 12 o'clock hour. But we're going to be adding to it with different features. It'll be rotating as well. And we're going to become information, news, and we're still going to stream sports. Because that's right there is.
Look, I mean, you got sports for another month, but then what happens during the summer months? You got anything you're going to be able to stream now?
Well, there's events, that are outside that we will do. I'm actually thinking of, I wanted to do it last year, but I didn't know if it was going to be available, and it wasn't. And this year may be a totally different story. However, people love football. People show up and watch semi-pro football. We might be able to do some semi-pro stuff. We might be able to do some American Legion baseball.
Wow.
American Legion baseball, really? Really just the kids from high school. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, so if you're a fan of that, you'd be a fan of this. So, you know, with a twist, because some of the guys are older.
Yeah.
You know, post, high school and stuff. So
Yep.
What's the difference between American Legion and going to Dodd Stadium, and watching single season or short season single A ball when they were with the Tigers? Nothing. A bigger stadium.
Baseball.
Right.
That's really it.
Baseball.
Right.
Baseball.
Right, but I'm talking about the quality of baseball.
Yeah.
The coaching is, of course, different and stuff like that. And they're on a much bigger stage, but yeah.
Yeah. Good idea.
So will sports continue? Absolutely. And then we'll roll back into high school football
Sure.
once again. So
Yeah.
by then Austin will have moved on.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Austin brought pulled pork today. Delicious! I can't wait.
When we go back before you bolt, try a little piece.
All right, Bolt.
He was a runner.
Usain Bolt.
Yeah, Usain Bolt.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thank you there, conversation killer.
Yeah. You did it.
Well, the Olympics are coming on pretty soon too.
Instead of video killed the radio star,
Oh
Paul
my
killed the
God.
conversation.
Paul killed the conversation. I'm going to kill the conversation because honestly, there is nobody on Facebook today.
None, huh?
That's none at all.
Everybody's back to work.
Darn.
Yeah. So, we might start it again. We might not. I don't know. But we're going to go ahead and break for news.
I'll take my ball and go home.
Take the ball and go home. Why not?
Sure.
It's SNSN.
The flagship for Griswold High School sports, and your home for local news and weather.
Broadcasting from Main